So even though I had provided money that was requested, even more than to provide me with the right medication and treatment, the corruption and greed of staff made it very difficult as they purchased fake products and they applied it to my wound, and before you knew it, from just ordinary little scratch and redness that I was having in my skin, it turned into a full-blown stage 4 pressure wound where you could literally see my bones. Even standing apart, you could see my bones. I was dying. The hospital was a marketplace, unfortunately, for corrupt medical staff who traded with patients' prescriptions and the life of patients. When you buy medications, before daybreak, fellows, the staffs will steal them and resell them to you or to other patients. And you dare not even complain. There was no opportunity to complain. You don't have that privilege to question anybody. Or else, my lovelies, I was traumatized to my core. I was powerless. I felt a lot of hopelessness that I never felt in my entire life. I started seeing myself as if I was not a human being for what was happening. I was in shock and I felt excruciating pain to the extent it got to a point I was just begging God. I was begging God to take my life for good. While going through all this, I still had my total body paralyzed. Remember, from my neck to my leg, all my body shut down. I was unable to move. I was still wearing brief, and I had catheter on and totally bedridden. My situation was critical. Everybody has given up on me. Nobody thought I would make it. They all thought I was going to die. That's how bad I looked. When you see me at that time, I had a lost look. I could not even recognize where I was. And as if that was not enough, my partner of 3 years arrived. He traveled down to Nigeria to see me when he heard what happened. But guess what, people? When he saw my situation, when he saw how bad my situation was in the ICU, the MF said he was going to get breakfast and that he was coming back soon, but he never returned. Never. And it's been 3 years. So I was literally abandoned to die. It is difficult to relate all this. I have cried and have told God, I told Jesus when writing all this, and I said I want to talk, just give a brief description of my story. I told myself I will not cry. I will not give anybody that pleasure to see me crying again. Okay. And he never returned. I was abandoned to die, like I said. And apart from being suddenly disabled, I was suddenly facing disability. I was battling, fighting so hard just to be alive. And apart from the wicked hospital staff that I came across, mind you, in every place there is good, there is bad. I also met wonderful people in the hospital there, people I never knew, some nurses, they were fantastic. But sometimes the evil experience supersedes the good ones. So yeah, I'm just talking from a point of pain, what I felt. So apart from the family members who left me there, I also had to go through heartbreak on top of my hospital bed. People, life is deep. Life is deep. What you think you have not seen in this life, just know because you've not been there. Nobody is stupid when they go through challenges or adversity. It can happen to anybody. Nobody is immune to difficulties. Oh yes. So when you are in a tight corner, that is actually when you know that is actually when you know who are the people that like you. That's actually when you know that people you can take a bullet for, they will not be there even to flex a muscle to support you. So fellows, I suffered. I went through torture and abandonment that I cannot even describe. Until today, I still cannot fathom what happened to me and why I had to suffer, why I had to go through all this. For what? I've been trying to ask, what was my crime? For being kind? For going to give back? While all this were just going on, I tried returning to Canada. But it was impossible. Oh yes. As no airline, absolutely no airline would bring me back. They said I needed an air ambulance and not a regular flight because I couldn't move any part of my body. I was just lying down like this. Even as a Canadian citizen, I communicated my situation to my embassy. I communicated the very serious and critical condition to my embassy, to the High Commission in Nigeria. But they did not do anything to give me support whatsoever. The only support I got from the Canadian embassy was a list of